What's up guys, it's me Jack, and today we are in Transport Fever 2. So today I don't really know what we're going to do currently, because we are in a bit of a problem right now. So we are in the minuses, we are actually stuck in the minuses. So maybe what I should do is to turn the thing down. That's maybe because it can't quite handle, our economy can't quite handle that much maintenance. So I would actually just apply it like that. Maybe that's to help, maybe a little bit at least. That should maybe help not cause too much like spends and stuff. Like, I think it should maybe reduce the amount of debt. So yeah, for now we're just going to sort of turn the thing down a little bit and see how it goes. You never know, it may not go well. You know, it's not, like, it may not be perfect. Minus 90, it might be quite a bit of a process. But we are slightly bankrupt right now. I'm going to check my bloody place here and see how corrupted this is. It is kind of corrupted right now. Where's my headquarters? This is probably going to downgrade pretty soon. So the best thing maybe I should do is reduce the amount of vehicles as well temporarily until we start building up again. So, oh, the buses I think will stay the same. I think it's just the trucks that need to be reduced. Bridlington distribution. How many trucks on average are carrying? How much is weighting? Well, currently the tools train didn't arrive yet. It's heading off to the factory. So I'm going to just leave that be. Steel though. Steel is sort of... it is not doing the best, I can tell you that. The production isn't doing perfectly. Minus 93. I think temporarily I'm gonna reduce this by about that much. I'm gonna reduce it by half. And then eating world oil, it's actually a bit too much. I think I should reduce it by 5. 15 vehicles. Coal, it's probably... right. Wait, which one is our coal factory? This one isn't doing that much so far, so I'm actually going to remove some of them. I'm just going to have 7. Food, I think will stay the same, or should it? Since there's not much production going on around there, so I'm going to just take 1 down. Grain, 20 vehicles. Not doing the best either, so... machines, I think it's a little bit too many. I'll have 4. Stone trucks, well, how much an average? Where's my stone factory? Where's my quarry? Quarry, where is it? Quarry's there. So I'd say maybe 10 is just alright. Should I reduce it by... I'll have 8 vehicles for it. Wallingford, lumber trucks are a little bit, again, they are quite getting full as well. I'll just remove that by 5. Wallingford machines, well, to be honest, I'll just remove 2 of them. Planks, make it just have 10. That's it. So that I think that should do something about it for a little while. Hopefully something is like going to be benefiting. It might be beneficial, it might not be, I don't know. But I think maybe having too many vehicles caused a bit of an issue as well. Because, well, basically, well, there's just a lot of pollution, and that's just making us go down. Basically, so that's basically what it is. That's just causing impact. What else should I do for the trains? I don't want to like reduce the carriages and stuff. I think that's a little bit too much to deal with. I think we've already got just 1 train for it. I don't know if it's timings, because, well, I got the timetable mod for my passenger services, but you know that could cause some slight disruption to some freight. Like that could cause a little bit of disruption to freight and stuff. So yeah, this needs to be cleared up. Like it actually has to. Otherwise the tool just go down to the dumps. But it does look like it is doing pretty well so far. It's not in the -90s anymore, all it is, which is pretty good. That's a good sign, I would say, because it's increasing. The money is increasing. Get a bit more profit. It's just gonna progressively get better. -66. Right. Oh, yeah, we're getting some profit right now. -60. -55. We're pushing through this. -61. We're pushing through this. That's a good sign. Look at that. We're just in the -50s now, which is not as bad as it was before, -90s. So yeah, maybe the main problem was like the maintenance, because I think that really did cause, like obviously it does cost a lot more money to deal with that, so yeah, I think that's the reason why we were in such crippling debts and stuff, because of that. It's gonna be a bit of ups and downs for a while, but what I might want to do is just have a bit of a cruise ride on a train while we're waiting. So I'm just gonna go from Bradford-on-Avon down all the way to Halifax just for a bit of a ride. When's our next train to Halifax? It is at 39, so that's gonna take quite a little bit. That thing's accurate to that. That's literally accurate in game time. So we need 39 for Halifax. Okay, so we're actually now getting more away from the -50s, we're into the -40s. -48. Oh, right, -54. It's just going to increase from now. So for a while, we're not going to be spending much at all, because that is just going to cause, again, that will just escalate the issue more. So yeah, it's best if I don't spend anything else. -38. Ooh, okay, we're doing good. But some productions are going to be full. So, as you can see, it's going to be increasing. So, but at least we don't need to spend so much money on like new trucks and stuff, because that was also a problem as well, as it was. Got our bricks train. So our lumber is a little bit overmade, but unfortunately it is the 70s. I'm just going to actually increase the time speed, because obviously I don't want to wait for too long until new time starts. So yeah. So wait, what? Okay, did it just delay by? Okay, apparently it delayed. It's a bit weird. Where's my Halifax train at? Where is it at? I don't know where my Halifax train is. Oh, it's mine. Oh my god, 1971. Right, we've got some new carriages. So 1970s, 71. Where the hell is my freaking Halifax train though? I think it's just one train, isn't it? So obviously it will take quite a bit of time once we have more than one train. And actually we do. We actually do have more than one train heading to Wallingford. But they're not properly spaced apart, which is not good. Have I set anything on the timetable properly though? I need to just do a bit of check on some lines. So for Rayleigh to Halifax, or Halifax to Bradford-on-Avon. So I did 3 minutes for unbunch time. I wouldn't say that's not too bad, I would say. This is actually more fair. That does seem fair, but these do wait for a bit too long. So I would set this to now about maybe 2 minutes 30, and then actually add this to 4:30. temporarily. Even though that's actually just going to escalate the situation maybe a little bit more, because like they're not too far off. So 2 minutes 30, 3 minutes will be up to 4 minutes 30. Wallingford 230, 230, 430, 230, 230. See, that's kind of what happens. Now we'll wait for a little bit of time, and then eventually it will set off. Yeah, our train's full. They're filled up. Oh, we're back in the -40s. Okay, we're still in that time of debt. Still in that bit of debt there. Where's our other train at? So literally our light right behind. And our other train is in Saxundum. It's in Saxundum right now. And that train's just gonna have to wait by it. Literally. Was that a really train? That's also Halifax. Again, not spaced out properly. So I should maybe delete this train. So temporarily I'm gonna have one train, because this is not spaced apart correctly. So obviously we're gonna do that, and then I'm just going to, once that gets to Halifax, eventually I would actually add another train to it to make it like perfect. That train's been delayed for a long time. 47. It's been delayed quite a long time, honestly. That is a long delay. And I was gonna wait for about nearly 5 minutes. Did that take 4 minutes? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that station's rammed. Oh no. That's not good. Alright. So yeah, that's definitely going to be full. I know it. This just isn't good, is it? Oof, back to the positive, guys. We're back to the good times then. Oh, yeah, it will be good. We're going forwards, not backwards. We should wait until this reaches like 50 million, because that's a pretty fair amount, and then we'll probably start spending a bit then. We're just going to be doing a bit of saving for this episode. So yeah, at least we're not in crippling debt anymore, which is amazing, which is what we exactly needed. So yeah, this did cause impact though for the lumber though. This is actually not good. It's not a very good sign. Like, we do need to wait until more newer times come in, I'm actually going to speed it up a bit more now because I'm kind of getting sick of this era a little bit, so I'm just going to speed it up a bit more. I want to go more into the modern times, so like it'll be like perfect. Going to be in that more modern times. Going like up and down basically. And eventually we are going to do our another line from Gainsborough to Bradford, but it's going to go round. So Queensborough and Sheppey, and then we are going to use this bit of line to Eatingwold, and then use this bit here to go to Wallingford, Saxundham, and then into Bradford on Avon. So yeah, it's going to be a bit like a more proper main line. Unlike these, like really to Halifax, it's more of a regional or slash commuter line. And then really to that, it's not really regional because there's not many stations really. Commute. It's only like 2 stations. Oh, we used some freight involved in that line. We actually put it on a freight line basically. We'll let freight be involved there. And yeah, this is our bits of main line. Now these trains also not spaced apart. Wait, what? Bradford on Avon, Bradford on Avon. So that means this is also not spaced apart, right? This is not spaced apart correctly. Okay, so right. I think for the best, I'm gonna have to also do the same thing as add certain time period. So Rayleigh to Bradford, it's going to be again 4 minutes 30. Saxundham will be 2:30. Actually, no, I'll just do 2 minutes, and then 4:30. Oh, actually, no, I'll do 3:30. Actually, 3, 3, 3, 3. Saxundham, it'll be 2 minutes. 2 minutes 30. I'll just set that to 2 minutes actually. There we go. There we go. That's exactly what we needed. 20 million, which is good. We still need to wait until we're in a certain amount of money. But this again, it is going to be tricky being in this kind of time period here. And it's nearly the end of 1971 and into 1972 when the ABBA started. I think around that time. I think that's when ABBA started doing its songs and stuff. And yeah, I think it's around the early 70s. So yeah, we're heading towards that time. And until we reach around the 80s, and then I'll slow it down again. Because I want to just slowly get out of this time period. Because it's getting a bit too old for me. Very inefficient as well, compared to like modern stuff. Looks like there are going to be a few little bits of traffic jams. In fact, there will be a bit of traffic. And this is heading to our machines factory, which is just branching off. $31 million, which is good. At least we're not in a huge debt. 26. I think we should do a bit more than 50 million actually for this kind of thing because it's a very, very big event, you know. Why do I have freaking modern level crossings at this time? Why the frick is that? Why do I hear bloody modern level crossings? It's not meant to be there. So this episode won't be like a normal episode. We're not going to do any bits of select line. We're just going to sort out problems with lines and stuff, and sort out our economy. And then later today, I am going to do we are going to do NIMBY rails. So we are going to again kind of go like northwest, like towards Skipton, and do the line to Ilkley. So I think that's the line I think I might be doing on NIMBY rails, like 2 lines instead of 1, because they're quite short lines. So it's a bit like doing the Bradford line, like we did 2 different ways round. It's kind of like that, so that's why I am doing 2 different lines. And yeah, this is how it's going to go. And then eventually we are going to be going way more expanded out to like more further towns and stuff like Scarborough. I think it will be after the episode we're doing. We're going to do Scarborough, and then I think after that we may go down to Manchester. So, but we're not going to go to Piccadilly or Airport or all. We're going to go to probably most likely first Manchester Victoria. So I think because this is a bit more chiller than Manchester Piccadilly, it's not as confusing. So yeah, we're gonna kind of start slow and then go on fast, basically. So yeah, this is what I'm planning to do for the next few NIMBY Rail episodes. This can practically carry nothing, right? It can't really carry much. It's not much iron ore being consumed. Jeez, 18,000. Oof. We got a damn lot of coal. A lot of coal that we don't bloody need at this point. Jeez. We need more iron. We need iron. How long is this train? It is 161. Let me actually double check there. I think we might have done this last time, but I'm gonna check the length of it first. Or I could actually end up expanding. So 160, and this is 240. So that's, was it 200? 240, 200? It's 200 meters. That's definitely 200. So what I could do is just pause it for a sec. Just expand out the station a little bit. So make this go for 160, 200. So that should maybe do something else to it. This should do better, hopefully. What's the speed of this? 30. Oh, we're not a high-speed track. We're not in that kind of era yet. We're not in that era yet. Okay. Still in the friggin' 70s, mate. Right, so this is actually, I think we can just afford to make it a bit longer. 160. We could even try clone, but it's a little bit risky for how we're doing now, so maybe not yet. Probably not going to do it yet. $204, right. 169, perfect. So we have upgraded the length of the train. So all of our stations are rammed because we only have 1 train for each line. So what I think I'll do is, so I might actually do something like, I'm going to find, so one of the trains go down to Bradford and Avon. If that train is there, if I can afford it, I'm going to clone it and make it go to that depot here. So it makes a bit of a perfect space apart from like one end to the other sort of thing. and then we'll do the same for Raleigh to Bradford. We're kind of gonna do the same thing, obviously, but use this depot, so it will probably require a bit like more time. So we're probably gonna do it like round here, because that would probably be roughly matching, I would say. When it reaches, just leaves sacks under them, I would say that's when I'll do it. So Wallingford. So a train costs, I think, about 30 million. I think one train costs us like a lot. It costs us a lot of money. So 9 million for a. That's a whole friggin' billion, or is it? Oh no, it's not actually. Like a billion a year. What? Okay, so it costs us 20 million. What is my train exactly? So for like this line, what kind of train variant is it? Is it a free carriage train? It is. So it's a free carriage train in that livery, and it probably costs us my. Is this a 110 or a 104? I don't know. Free carriages. I think it's got to be this one. It has to be that one. So, and it carries 180, and this costs us 150. So I'm actually gonna just keep it in the depot for now, and summon it once we are kind of onto it. So I'm just going to just put it on the depot and wait until our train reaches a different way around. So we're just gonna wait until this goes back down to Bradford, basically. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit and make it go round kind of everywhere for a little bit. It may take long since obviously got the timetable on. Schedule should be a bit more accurate, a bit better, and a lot less just long, you know, adding more than one train to the line. This is just gonna do benefits. Okay, what are we waiting for? This train here. I think that should actually be. I think I should add a signal there because, like, these two trains will more or less be the proper priority of it. So, semaphores, I'm gonna put you here because they're also a priority. So, like, I think they're a bit more of a priority than you are. Passengers are always more of a priority at times. I think we need to move these signals a little bit because that's a bit too close. I think I should place this signal like. I think I need to put more than one signal there because it's quite a long bit here. It's a long strip. Quite a long strip of line there. Oops, wrong way. It should go like that more or less. So we're gonna have to make it go around this way, and then we're going to do the same to go around the other end. Yep, this is not good. 300. We need bigger trains, like, we literally need more bigger trains, like, this is not doing too good. This should be in real capacity as well, I think. I think this is real capacity, 180. So for this kind of line, in like the modern times, I would probably use to 158 maybe for this line. I think it's best if I do class 158 to go from Halifax to here, and then maybe for Rayleigh to Bradford and Avon. Probably do a class 150 and also do the same for Rayleigh to Halifax. I'll do it like that. And then for this kind of train, we might do more of an express, a bit more express, like a cross-country train. So, or possibly, if we even get there. We may not, honestly. Like, we may not go like that, but it's possible. Never say never. $1973, right? 79 million. This is good. We're heading in a really good direction. We're heading in a better direction than before. 89 million, which is great. We were in. That was a minus all of a sudden. I would be so mad. I would be so annoyed. Like, why is that in the minus all of a sudden? Well, that's not going to happen because I have fixed the bloody problem. 87. I think just by turning maintenance down and reducing the amount of vehicles temporarily, I think that's the solution to it. Just reduce the amount of vehicles at times. Because obviously we can sell to get more profits and stuff, so yeah. But once I do add this new line, we're going to use more of a locomotive train. We're going to use a local train, so diesel we would probably use like whatever is there. Like we might use bloody what? Like I don't think there's ever going to be steam multiple units on there though. That's not possible. It just isn't possible. Electric. So I'm going to probably use a class 47. Or use a class... Have I not got a class 67 yet? Let me actually check. Because it should be on that save, I would guess. I guess it's probably on that save. Right, let me check. It's a class 47 or something. Not 47, freaking heck. 68. Class 68, class 67, class 68. So maybe this just doesn't quite come at that time period. I think it does take a bit longer. But I am going to just check and get the class 67 as well. So another bit of mod checking. Another bit of that in the episode. Mod browser, class 67. Intercity, I'll use that. We need to find the original train first though. Class 67. So when does it add? Like, what event does it add it to? Like, when does it exactly do it, you know? BR Blue. Yeah, we'll need BR Blue as well. What's this? I think the 67 is obviously older. I need to look for the old 67. Like, when is this made? Ah, so it's available from the 90s, so... I guess it's not going to be available yet, but what other older locomotives can I use? Right, let me look. Train. Let me look for train. Train. Got a lot of foreign trains on there, which is pretty cool, but I'm just not going to use it because, well, I want it British, like I always do. Locomotive, and we want it British. 89. I think that one's electric though, is it? That looks a little bit odd. I would say that's a little odd. Available from 1987. Maybe not that. 40. What's that? That's quite practically the 47. That looks like the 37 actually. 58. Let's check that one out. So, what's this? When is that available from? This is a diesel as well. 1983. They're surprisingly newer than I thought. 57. When is that? When is a class 57 available? When is that available? 1998. Okay, that's still new than I thought. What about the 73? That's a diesel. Got all these Caledonian sleepers as well. 1962. I'm gonna sub to that one. I'm gonna subscribe to that one. Then what's this? Class 31. Let me try this one out. When is that made at? Again, these look old, so yeah, if these are actually from the 50s, then this is worth using. So, class 56, I think I need that one, 56. 8 mile an hour top speed, that's exactly my maximum speed for this entire map. And this comes from, guess I'll sub to that one as well. I'm just making ideas for like what I'm gonna use in the future. Or even like for the series. Class M20, hell no, that's not old, that's friggin' modern, mate. Class 43 is what we also need. We need a class 43. We need class 90, frickin' heck. Class 91. Class 90. We do have it, like we do. Sound mod, I'm gonna turn that on. So we do have class 90s. So this can be used, but we need it more express based. A bit like an old LNER train. LNER. Huh. Okay. British class 47. I've already have that. Or do I? I'll take this one as well. I'm going to take a lot of different locomotives because I don't want to use the same one every single time. I'm going to try and maybe find some other locomotive, or other multiple units aside the class 104s and the 110s. I'm going to look for another old train. So, right, what era? Wasn't it old era? 1960s. Wait, what trains are from the 60s? Train. Locomotive. Using that? What the hell? Using this train for Southeastern. Right, it's 140 but 100 mile an hour DC. Should I use this in the future? Maybe. I could. I actually could use this. Maybe for like future series. But how did they make the map look so nice? I actually don't get how to do that. They had a lot of effort to their maps, which is actually really surprising. British. I'm gonna look for British class and look for some old trains. So 89, 58. Yeah, these are modern. I know they're modern. For 142, that is technically, I think it's 80s or 90s. I think that's 80s or 90s. I did not like this train when it was there. I didn't like it. Class 60. 73. I think I may have that bit already. What's an old train? Right, class 27. Have I used this? I think that's another locomotive. Right, let me check the other ones out. Class 110s, that's what we're using here. So 87, that's electric. Class 20, 25. What other diesel multiple units are there? This is a good question here. Class 110. Class 87. You're in the same train, right? Class 33. We've got a lot of old trains, I can tell you that. We've got some old trains. This train was controversial because I'm pretty sure that train was an express train that was basically making people feel sick because it twisted to the side in some way. I think that's why. That's what's been going on with that. And then class 52, I'm not using that. Class 42. I want these are multiple units a class aside to class 110 and 104. I want a different train. Right. Bloody hell. Class 142 intercity. I'm still looking for some old trains, like not locomotives. I've already found some. Class 800s modern, 180s modern, 56s a loco. I don't know if there's any others actually. Plus, what the hell is this? Class 142B network? What? Okay, I'm still looking for some old. What about this one? 309. That's an electric, but that looks old. That looks quite old. 309. That's an old train, I think. That's quite an old train. That one does look old. Should I get this? Why not? I'll get it. But obviously I'll need Katina in the future. But at least we got another multiple unit back in the day. No, I think that's every train. I think. Now it's just into wagons. Let's see. Class 49 256 75. It's not much to find, isn't it? It's not much to see. Not much to find here. Class 377, we got that. When did I get that actually? Like, I think I may use it again for another series. I have used a 166 before. What are them old trains? Right, I need some British steam trains. I need to actually look for some British steam trains. I need to look for that actually. What are some old trains here? Locomotive. British steam trains. Small British engines. I need steam trains. Okay. How can I exactly get it into, like, okay, I can't really find much else, but we did get some new trains with us, so, right, we're gonna look for the new trains and equip them. Okay. There's a lot of this. Game environments, flowers, I'm not gonna use these. Class 67, 67, 67, 67, 309, and 90 sound mod 56, 47, 31, then 73. I need a class 90. Where is that class? Right, okay. That's exactly what we need, and then we need this one. Got all of these trains, perfect. Which is amazing. Right, Right, okay, we just did a bit of scanning through and found some new locomotives that we can use for freight and for some different train services. So not like that's not gonna lie, all these locomotives look like they're meant for freight. They don't look meant for passengers like class. Honestly, it's not like a class 43 and stuff because they're not like express based. Just don't make sense for freight train appearance to do with a passenger. It just doesn't make sense to me. So like in that kind of era. So that's why I'm just like a bit skeptical. I'm like, why are there no like trains more meant for passengers? Like this sometimes looks like steam trains are obviously do both functions, passengers and cargo, but certain other trains just look like they're meant for certain like priorities. So yeah, I'm just going to load the game up. There we go. So we got some new trains on. Got some brand new trains. We've got a lot of new ones. So class 47 Mark 2s, right. Got some new ones. And we've got some new electrical units. Got a class 309, but obviously it's electric, so it may take a little bit of trouble. Might be a bit of trouble that. So yeah, this is what we can find. Class 309. This is a cab. Wait, this is a carriage. What the hell is this? That's not a train. That's not a train, okay. Cab Muron. Can I somehow customize that? What? That's a cab. What? Okay, I'm actually kind of confused. Where's the rear end of it? That some of this doesn't make much sense, but like it will in the end. We've got a class 73, which is good. We've got some class 37s, 47s, 73s, 47s. Got other variants of classes. So yeah, we've got 31s, which is good. So eventually, obviously, we're going to use some new trains. I think I'll use a class 73 for the passenger service, most likely. And use obviously the MK2 coaches. Obviously, it'll have to be BR Blue and stuff. 309 cab revert. I can practically just customize that. I can customize the class 309. Like, what the frick? So, apparently I can do that. Cab, coach, and then reverse. So I guess you can make it any customization of length of trains and stuff. Like, that is very interesting. But this is still a train. This is not a freaking... Like, it really isn't meant to be a train. It don't make sense for that to happen. It just makes no sense. Got some long, massive... We've got some massive coaches. This is definitely going to be good for our new passenger lines and stuff. So we're all generating more money. Where is our other train? I need to look for that. So this is Halifax to Bradford and Avon. Alright, I need to quickly now just summon the train into the line. There we go, put it to Halifax to Bradford and Avon. Perfect. Perfect. We've got perfect spacing, which is what we exactly need. So, and then we need to do the same for Relay to Bradford on Avon. Can I replace some trains though with different locomotives maybe, because obviously I don't want to use the same one over again, so maybe for a couple trains I will use different ones. I'm going to upgrade them to slightly different locomotives. So for the Brixers, I guess I will do maybe a different locomotive, so take that one down and replace it with a class 31. I'm going to just do that. BR Blue, there we go. We modified our train, which is good. And then we need to look for another train. This is with a 47. I think I'll keep it as it is. But Easingwold Oil, I'm going to change them. I'm going to change them with different locos. I'll use a class over variant. I'll actually just use a different variant. of 47s, but they are practically the same exact train. Maybe I won't use this actually. I will use class 30. Oh, class 73 is actually electrical. Oh, what? Wait, what? I'm actually kind of confused here. Class 73. Right, I'm going to use BR blue. Actually, no, I'll use BR green actually. We changed the way the trains just are. Got a different train. So at least we've got a variety of locomotives, which is what we need. We've got variety. And that's a good thing. Baby! Wait, was these times tables even apply, maybe? Because none of them are ticked off. Right, okay. That's probably why the bloody timetables won't function right, because of that. So, right, I need to apply all my passenger trains. Bradford and Avon, regional, shuttle, that and that. Right, apply it. So maybe they were meant to be 2 minutes in the first place. You got 97 million. So what actually do we need to upgrade? So we've got our lumber train, or lumber trucks actually. Should we upgrade the speed, maybe? Turn this to a main road. Because maybe that's also a thing that's going to influence. So I'm actually going to do this. Ooh, okay, now we've got some new upgrades. Yeah, we've got some modern looking roads. We've got some new roads. Okay, so now I am going to upgrade the main roads into these variant. To that variant. That's cool, so we're actually going to change all of that and make it go this way round. And then we're going to go round. So now we've got some proper roads here. It's exactly what we need. And this is we're eventually going to have our own modern town roads like we do have now. But maybe it still feels a bit too early to put modern, actually put modern town roads like we do now. I don't think it's quite that era yet. So, yeah. Should we add more I think we should have more trucks, maybe. I'll add one more to it. I'll add one more to the service. So I think the timetable is probably helping more. It's helping more than failing. What is the timetable for the shuttle line? I need to. I'm gonna check that one out. So shuttle. So that is 45 seconds each station, basically. Did that? What? Ah, how many trains are in this line? 3. Okay, so I guess we've got one going this way, one going that way, and one's gonna go this way. One is gonna end up going that way as well. So that one's probably setting off. Actually, no, it's not even there. It's not even right key there yet. So yeah. Should I reduce the train in the middle? I think I should maybe because we've got all these new buses. So I'm going to delete. So it like saves much pressure because we got this new service here. I'm gonna just try to upgrade as many main roads as I can with this. So the signs our town would grow would be like the new variant. So has any new kinds have been built yet? That probably is a sign that really might be growing. Yes, so we got this new thing here. We got a couple of them strips here. So that probably means we are still technically growing, but really slowly. Okay, so I guess that is suddenly became really more useful, which is kind of interesting. Well, that's interesting. I thought it was useless, eh? Oh, that was weird, innit? Right, I'm gonna look for machines. So our steel production really is decreasing. So the best thing I can do is add a second train. I don't want to spend too high because that will just cause further problems. But obviously we are going to need like more stuff added. So yeah, where's our iron ore train? So I hope that is not on a timetable. Why are we still there? Why the frick are we still there? I hope we're not on a timetable for this thing. Friggin' heck. That would be so weird. Iron ore. We set this line to anything? Oh no, at least. So yeah, that other iron ore line is going to take over. We're going to see these quite frequently. We're going to see the iron ore trains quite frequently. So we've got this other iron ore train. Going for this other iron ore train. Not the best thing in the world, obviously. Not the best. Not the best of every plan. We need to wait for that other train to head off to the other factories. So they're practically going to follow each other. They're going to follow each other, these trains. So yeah, for now, the steel production is going to slow down. But obviously because we got this other train, it's going to help. It's going to help the problem here. It's going to take care of that problem. And as we get better gondolas, we obviously need to be getting better and better without using quantity of trains. So we've got level crossing here. There is going to be constant different level crossings going on because there's a damn lot of trains in this line. I think the best thing you can do maybe is just add a bridge. So once that train moves, I'm going to actually delete the road and then go like up. Because maybe that is just a better plan, I would say. I'd say that's a better plan. Unless anything changes, but hopefully not. So we've got this train, and we've got that train. So that is going to go this way, and then that train. Right. Right. Delete the road. We're going to delete the road for a little bit, and then... Oops. Oh no. Right, let's take down them 2 vehicles here. I have to do that for a minute. Warning for machines, I will clone you back in a minute. So, build a bridge over it. A pretty nice bridge. Yeah, that looks nice, I'm not gonna lie, it's not too bad. And then... I think I should do like viaduct based, so this is gonna do well. So we don't really need this signal anymore, do we? We don't really need that signal. That signal becomes useless. But it will be a very nice view to train spots, because yeah, that is going to do good for train spotting. Would I delete this industry? Maybe not yet, unless anything goes wrong. Right, we're into more production here, 160. It's still going to be quite slowed down a little bit, because obviously Coala's overtaken it, so yeah. So we got this also, we also have that iron ore mine, so... Should I do in a truck service, maybe? I think I should. Maybe I should actually, so... I might build a truck station to just help get more iron ore for it, so there we go. And then we're going to build a strange, sketchy road up through this bit of mountain, going over the tunnel, and then go round, basically, and then connect to the coal area. So just going to do that. So this actually gives signs of old stuff. It actually gives us history. That really does give us history. It does give off some good history. I'm going to give it like a bit of a bigger bit there to kind of show and signify that that was an old line. I'm going to do it like that to keep it like remains and stuff, because we did remove that line a while ago and replaced it with that. We replaced it. So in that other revamp of our freight hub, because obviously it was congested and caused just a lot of huge problems and caused a tons of deaths. So yeah, that's why I did that. And then we go up here and then we connect. So yeah, we're actually going a very, very positive direction. I need to go down eventually. Maybe not into a tunnel, I'll just keep it like that. Make it go downhill. Perfect. So we've got this bit of here thing here. I'm just going to now take care of that. So yeah, we got a brand new road connection from here, which is good. We actually just added a second connection to this. Yeah, we literally probably just added another connection to Bridlington. Aside from that main road, we just added a brand new road. So I'm actually going to make this another bit of main road. Actually, no, I'm not going to do it like that, but I'm going to upgrade this to this. And I was meant to also add for here. But not many cars go down there. For some reason, not many cars go down there, which I guess is normal. Because they're not massive. Not going to be many different vehicles. So let me actually check the stats. Where's the stats? Traffic is practically nothing around here. Everyone is taking the train. Literally everybody. And then now I'm just going to add the new line here and 2. Two and 1. There we go, Ray iron ore, which is good. Got a brand new connection, like I said before. So I guess some cars are still using this bit of road here, but like they could alternatively use this road, like if a connection was closed. What other ways can I get it to connect? Maybe I should add it from here. That will probably help something. Spark up a little bit more. So I'm going to just build a bit of a funny road round this way. And make it connect to sort of just the outskirts of town. No sounds? That's a bit odd. No sounds, that's a bit worrying. So we got the other main road connected. And I'll just name it like a B road. Actually no, I'll probably do it as an unnamed road because this is technically, it's just a bit too short for even a B road. So like this is a perfect kind of B road we can use alternatively. So this will be like a B road that will be have a bracket and then a B road sort of thing, yeah. But not many cars will go around that, I just know it. Not many cars will go here. Not gonna see many cars go down this way except our trucks. We just need to encourage more people to go down this way. So I'm gonna get some trucks. Did this come too early? I think that came a little too early. Why is it? What the hell is this? Why? What? What is this? Okay, no, I'm not using that. That's a bit much. So I would say use this dump truck. I'll do 10, which is good. Perfect. So now this is going to build up progressively. And this train is all, but this is still not really emptying anything. It's still in a little bit of works. I think what I should do, what I maybe should do here, since I've got literally two trains here, I'm going to revamp this section. So I'm going to do a bit of changes with this section particularly, because it's a bit too, I don't know, it's just, I don't want the train to be waiting like that. So best thing I can do is add this to be, so what's the speed here? Ooh. This is 675. Ooh, okay. I need to just delete that bit here and there. Perfect. So 75 miles per hour, 75. Oh, that's 50. Anyways, we're just going to add this on. And then we're going to change, I'm going to change this bit to 40. Oh, it already is 40. So I'm going to just link it up to there. And then I think from there I'm going to do a second track. Make it go from there until sort of we enter the forest. So like two trains, so these two trains can like perfectly space apart. And then I'm gonna add signal there. I think semaphores actually are getting a bit old, so, but it's still like, it still just doesn't feel new, you know. I still feel like semaphores still a thing around that time period. It's still just that time period, really. I just don't think we'd use these kind of signals yet. And then we are going to do a bit of that. A bit more signaling. Perfect. So now the two trains can now not worry about each other. But why is this still waiting? I can just think. I'm just thinking, why is this waiting? Turn. Turn around, mate. Just turn around. Okay. Yeah, just turn around. Right. Really? I need train. Bridlington Iron Ore. What's going on here? Why are we waiting there? We don't want any of that to happen. Where's my line? Because something's definitely a teeny bit off about it. That just shouldn't happen. And then we need some... I know. So, this is literally what this is. Minimum stop time. I need to turn that down. Man, I need to turn that down here. That's so stupid. Alright. That's probably why this was happening, so... Alright, what are you waiting for exactly? Like, why are you doing that? And that's the literal reason of it. I need to rename this to Bridlington Iron Ore. Iron Ore Quarry. Quarry. There we go. And then another one will turn up in a minute. That's the one. That's gonna turn up. So that should help produce more steel. And I think I shall clone it. And we're actually getting more machines for Wallingford. We're actually getting quite a few for Wallingford. I think that's good. And for really, have we done anything for that? Not really. Nothing's really been put in place for really. Not much has been placed. Because really, it still just seems a bit useless for some reason. But it still has tons of machines waiting. I think we just need maybe another truck stop. Or maybe it's just a bit more direct. You know, so if I do it, if I put a truck stop on there maybe, that would probably be a better place to put it. So, and then for our bloody service here, we are going to add this truck stop. And it goes here, and then it turns around and goes this way, and then yeah, there we go. Perfect. So now that should maybe do something for really, and this is actually going well. We can see some growth occurring. Getting 94 bits of food required. Come on, keep going really. Keep growing. Keep growing, mate. I want you to be quite, like, not too small. I don't want it to be tiny. You can keep growing, mate. It's 94 out of 94, which is perfect. And I've already planned out your expansions. When were these buildings made anyway, commercial? 70, 64, 1970. Oh, that one made that residential was made last year. That was just made there. I'm guessing that's probably the newest building that was just made. Now 95 is required. But all of a sudden that started dropping, which is a bit weird. 88 out of 95 was still sort of going down this route. But what's going on with the machines? Wallingford's still overcrowded for some reason. think we need a teeny tiny bit more efficiency. I think I should build up this, because obviously these are going to be needed. They're going to be needed. We need more steel. Come on, steel. Produce, will you? We're literally rich. Whoa. Okay, now I think this is the perfect time to maybe, just maybe, add a bit more condition. I'm going to put it to high. I'm going to put it into high mode. 25% should not be an issue. I think that should be fine now. I think I'm feeling brave. So 213 million. We are in profit again. And how good are we doing for the lines? Are we getting more positive than negative? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, let me pause it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 22 positives and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 bits of negatives. So we've got more positive than negative, which is actually a really good sign. But you never know, all these other businesses will be good soon. Like, enough. So we're going to check out what our first problem is. It's anti-clockwise. Oh, okay, so it's going slightly down in debt, but it's not going to be like that for too long. So this service, for some reason, is going in bankruptcy. It's heading to bankrupt direction. But I don't think it's going to impact too much on me, though. I don't think it's going to... anything's not going to happen. We've got 2 buses per that. Should we add more, though? Because... well, obviously, we need like a more busier service, so I'm actually going to add 1 more for each, even though we still probably don't need it, but we're still going to add like 1 more to make it just, you know, better, to make it look more busy. So, yeah. Have we got any new buses yet, actually? We need new buses, right. We finally got a new bus, right. Right, okay. Okay. Right, so let's change this era then. Let's change all of our buses for Rally 1. This needs to be bigger. I need to expand that line. So I'm actually first of all going to delete this line. Second of all, I'm going to now expand this bit of line here. So I'm going to put that on there and then expand to this way, that way. And maybe go slightly more circular. Go to some bus stops that may be built in the future. You never know what's going to happen. You just don't know, don't you? So that goes round a bit like that. So that's our first stop. Second stop, third stop. So all this is definitely what needs to happen. So we're just going to delete this bit here and make it turn around there. So we're now just going to expand the friggin' line. We're going to expand it. So Relay 1. So from Queensway we are going to... oh, okay. Anyways, we need to... have I done this the right way around though, first of all? Okay, it's not a big deal actually. So Broadway, Queensway, and then we're going to go to here, Grange Road, then Grove Road. Why do I have 2 separate bus stops? Grove Road and then South Street and then into Park Lane. South Street, Grove Road, Grange Road, Queensway, Broadway, then Victoria Street, then Manchester Road, and then that is it. Perfect. Or is it perfect? That doesn't quite look right, does it? That doesn't look right. So obviously, maybe I should slightly adjust that. I'm going to add a bus stop there and a bus stop there. A bit like that. So Broadway. So instead of Broadway, I'm going to do on the way. So this is on the way back. So not Broadway. We're going to use We need Springfield Road and then Queensway. So yeah, we've got a bit of a square, got a slight split, and then that should definitely help the growth of Rayleigh. That should help it. We've got 96 food available, 41 bits of machine. We still need more like machine trucks though. Like, are we still getting any machines basically? Are these full? Are they all full? No, they're not. And are all these trucks needed? How much is on Rayleigh? 35. So it doesn't look like we're getting much for Rayleigh, but we are getting quite a bit at least. We've got a lot of food demand though at least. Rayleigh, the capital city. Not the biggest capital, but it'll be fine. Doesn't have to be massive. Bridlington, Halifax. I'm gonna actually check on the town rankings. So, town rankings and size. Isingwold's biggest, apparently. From Wallingford, Saxondham, Weaverlescombe, Bridlington, Halifax, Bradford and Avon, Gainsborough, Rayleigh, and then Queensborough. How is Gainsborough's not even been worked on yet, and Rayleigh somehow still smaller than it? How? Okay, that's a bit odd. Like, I think Rayleigh's going to catch up with Gainsborough and hopefully be a bit bigger than it by the time the series ends. It just doesn't make sense really. But Isingwold is the biggest, but we're not getting much from it, you know. We do have another side of Isingwold, which is pretty cool. We've got like another side of the tracks. Should I plan maybe a bit of an expansion round here? Maybe not. No, I'm actually not going to do that because not that important. But we do have more than one side here. Do we have any cars going here? Right, so we actually got some cars using this bit of road here. So y'all can view the historical invisible ghost dead train line. And it used to just connect here, and then it would go to the fuel. Like, this used to be a branch line, a piece of history. This is like prehistoric. How much bricks are we getting for Bridlington? We're not getting much, but obviously the train is full, like always. How long is this? 233. I think I'll clone for one more. I'll get one more for it, for Bridlington. But how is it doing in case of bricks and stuff? I need to actually check on the cargo systems here. Do we have any stops here? We literally don't have any stops for the bricks actually, so that's probably why we're not getting much. We need to put that on there. Perfect. And then we're going to just find our distribution to Queensway, York Road, Queensway, and then to Church Lane. Perfect. Okay, what's going on here? Oh. That's a very, very weird scenario. What should I do here? Let's move this signal. Let's move that. I need to move it a bit more, like, so it can fit. And then that train is waiting for this train. But that can't go anywhere because of that. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a problem here. I guess there's going to be another whole revamp. What the frick is going on? Okay, why is this happening already? Should I have like 4 tracks now? Because this is actually doing my editing. I think what I maybe should do from now is add 4 tracks for certain things. Maybe like there's just a lot of involvement going on, and this is actually just going to gradually decrease. Like, it's going to like really cause issues. I think I need to move this about actually. I need to move that. Move that to here. Are we all into there yet? That train can't go anywhere because of that train. None of them trains can go anywhere. Like this one's stuck. So it's going to bricks. So it's trying to go literally there. But that train is blocking it because of that train. So maybe the solution so far is to remove that one train. I think that is what's maybe causing that bit of problem there. Because that needs to be moved. And then this train is going for iron ore. So the best thing I can definitely do now is just remove this bit of line. Simply. For a minute we are going to remove a little bit of this. I'm going to change this better and make this work better. I'm going to do the similar thing what I did to the iron ore before. I'm actually going to add like a slight bit of 4 track and then it'll link to 1 and then yeah. We're going to kind of do the same thing here and yeah. So we're just going to add the main line which is 75 mile an hour here, right behind that train, and then goes this way, and then we are going to add this 30 mile an hour strip, just turn this into 40, well no, and then just make this go more into 2-track action, so make it go continue on for quite a bit. So then I'm going to move a bit of train service here. Right, okay, let me check out the speed limits here. This is 40. Actually, no, I need to change that to 40 mile an hour. I think after that I might have to do another reset for the service here. So, and then we need to do a bit of a funny crossover. Again, another bit of a crossover here. So we're going to do that. And then do the same thing for this side. Everything's kind of acting up a little bit. I need to change. Okay, I need to do this. Yeah. Alright, I need to change that speed to maybe like 20. So maybe actually I'm going to do it a bit shorter. And then do the same for like there as well. So we can get our trains onto this way. So maybe this shouldn't quite do anything. I'm going to move this. Make that go, right, 40, 30 actually. I'm gonna make this just link up like right there. Gonna remove that strip as well, track. Again, the train is too long for this triangle. So again, we're gonna have to do a little bit of work with it. So we're going to start our junction from like there. okay, speeds, and then do the same sort of exact thing for this side. Okay, I might have to bloody do something. So, okay, it looks like this line is going to get completely removed for a bit. So then do that, and then we're going to do a branch out of here. No, I need to do it earlier. It has to be earlier. It must be a lot earlier than that. So, and then we just curve it round. And make it go on for a little bit of time. There we go. So we've got a bit of a junctioning here, but what else is going on here? So we've got no path for some of these trains. So we are going to then, so every single train that's involved, we're gonna have to do another refresh like we did in episode, the last time we revamped. We're kind of gonna do the same exact thing, but just for this one section. We have revamped it like so many times already. So that's that. Actually, not this one. I think these are not quite involved. And then Halifax Food, Fuel, Bradford and Avon, and Wallingford Planks. Actually, I don't think they're involved. Actually, I don't think they are. That's just the Halifax Foods. Oh, so the Wireless Combe ones, yeah, they do need to go. Halifax, I think, is the other ones here. Oh god, what have we done? What have we done? Not this line, because this is not quite getting involved. It goes this way. And yeah, that's happened. Have to sell all of these trains. There we go. So, we have done a bit of a revamp on Junction. We're going to now, so we've already got a bit of a funny, strange thingy there. I'm going to do a signal right there, do a signal there, signal there, big signal there, do the same thing, signal there, signal there, and yeah, there we go, which that is good. So, and then the lines are probably going to be a teeny bit muddled up. So, right, so let's start with the Bridlington bricks. What is going on here? So it goes from Railway Bricks Factory to Bridlington Cargo Drop Off. So we go down this line. We go down that bit of line. And then we go through there, and then we will branch into this, and then we keep going. We need to, oh right, we got this bit here, 75 miles per hour. Oh, that cleared everything. Okay, so we're just gonna add more signals into there. Signal there, signal there. And then we've got signals here. But we can't quite do anything here though. Like, it's just not gonna work exactly well. So I'm not gonna add a signal there. So just have to wait until these other trains go through. It's kind of a problem having a train though that close though. It's a bit just, it's a little too close to do. Right. Like, when is a better time I can do it at? Okay, and then one-way signal. So this might be a bit too short still, but it might be fine. I don't know, but it's not gonna end badly. Oh, right. Okay, let's get some trains then on action. Let's get some trains in action. So, diesel. I'm gonna add some class 37s, 47s. I'm gonna use these new ones here. I'm gonna use these new ones. D100, D15. I guess I'll use that for some of that. So I'm going to do a log train first. I'm going to do the planks train. Wait, how long is this station? I hate doing this bit. I need to just check the length. Is this 240 at least? The plank station. It is. And then for the machines, it has to be. Okay, yeah, there you go. So not 4. Wallingford planks. At this point, I am just going to end the video here because I think we have done this quite long enough already. It just feels a bit long, so I'm just going to end it here. Right. How long have we been doing this for? Oh. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe all if you want to, and I'll see you later on our Nimby Rails video. So yeah, so it's an hour and a half already. So yeah, these videos always end up taking very long, and yeah, this was a pretty bittersweet episode. So at least we cleared up our debt, but we had to do a bit more revamping of our freight hub because obviously everything's just overcrowded. So yeah, we're going to, so this is what's going to be happening quite a lot in this series until we start a new series, and then maybe I'm not going to do it as train based like this series. I think that's probably the reason why all this is happening, because I made it a bit too train focused. I made it too focused on trains, so I need to use more trucks eventually. I shall use more trucks in the future, and yeah. And hopefully in the next series I'm going to actually speed up time so it doesn't stay in that certain period of time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.